that sure was a crazy one. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Still video cast. We're recapping last night's game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the St. Louis Cardinals as the Phillies defeat the Cardinals by a final score of 5-3. It's just a crazy finish in this one as Bryce Harper exits after taking a 97-mile-an-hour fastball off his face. Just a crazy one, right? I mean, you see Brad Miller launch a home run off of his former team. Now, guys, before getting this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please show notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So the Phillies grab the third game of the series as they win. Good job here, but man, oh man, this is a scary thing that happened in this game, right? I mean, Bryce Harper and T. Gregorius on the very next at bat, he gets whaled in the back. So I mean, this crazy, right? I mean, this crazy. I mean, there's no command there. There's no command at all. Pick up the scoring ceremony in the top of the second inning. Andrew Knapp doing the job. He singles on a line drive to left field. I was watching his walk-off single against the San Francisco Giants last Wednesday. T. Gregorius scores, and the Phillies now take a 1-0 lead. Great job there at Andrew Knapp. JT Muto gets a night off last night, and Andrew Knapp getting some playing time, and he delivers, right? I mean, great job, right? I mean, goes the other way. He's batting from the left side of the plate. So I love to see that, right? I mean, you got to see Andrew Knapp last year. He was killing it, and going into this year, coming off of kind of a rough spring training, and, he does the job here. Good job there. Then in about a second inning, the Cardinals come right back as Howard Neal. He homers on a fly ball to left field. A 2-run shot also scores Paul DeJong, and the Cardinals now take a 2-1 lead. So, 2-run shot gives them the lead, right? I mean, Vince Velasquez is on the mound in this one. He misses location there, no doubt about it, and Paul DeJong makes him pay. And that's what we expect out of Vince Velasquez. We all know he's not very good. I mean, he has pretty good stuff, but he just can't locate it, right? He can't execute it well. Fortunately, it just caught up with him. There's no question about that. And they would not be done. In bottom of the third inning, Paul Goldschmidt, he homers on a fly ball to center field. His third of the season, a solo shot. And the Cardinals now extend the lead 3-1. So, I mean, it's just like, hey, I mean, Vince Velasquez is getting hit around a little bit. I was kind of feeling a little bit down at this point in the game, right? I mean, we already lost the night before, so I was kind of just feeling down about this, right? I was kind of having some low hopes here. I was not having a lot of high hopes. And I just was kind of feeling down about this game. Then in the 10th and 5th inning, my hopes were risen again. Brad Miller, he homers on a fly ball to right field. A 2-run shot also scores Andrew Knapp, his second of the season. He does it against his former squad that he played for in 2020. And the Phillies tie it at 3. Great job out of the Bamboo Man. I mean, great job, Bamboo Brad. You love to see that. You know, he's kind of, he started off, the very, first part of the season a little bit rough. I mean, since then, he's been very, very good. He saw you at that monster grand home run against the San Francisco Giants. You all know this guy, he's a decent bench bat. No question about that. This guy's an above average. I mean, this guy is he's a great bench bat. There's no question about that. He's a great guy to have off your bench. Then in the top of the 6th inning, he needed this so bad. Ladies and gentlemen. Andrew McCutchen, he singles on a line drive to center field. Matt Joyce scores. And the Phillies now take a 4-3 lead. Great job out of Kutch, right? And that was the same inning that Bryce Harper was hit in the face. We'll get that a little bit later. But Andrew McCutchen doing the job there. He needed that so bad, right? I mean, you saw he's been slumping. No question about that. A pretty bad start to his season. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? He does a job there. A big confidence booster. Ernst has only one hit, but great job. And then we jump at the top of the 7th inning. T. Gregorius hits a sacrifice fly to center field. Alec Bohm scores. And the Phillies extend the lead 5-3. A great insurance run, right? Because we all know this bullpen has been struggling a little bit as of late. So an insurance run definitely is a big deal. So getting that insurance run is definitely a big deal. So great job out of T. Gregorius. I mean, he looked a little bit better last night. There's no question about that. He did look a little bit better. But Brad Miller in the leadoff spot, I only got one hit, but it was a big one. The 2-run home run, scoring that run on that home run. Rhys Haskins collecting the knock, getting that single, but Bryce Harper, let's just talk about it. I tell you what, I mean, that looked terrible. Gets hit with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball right in the face. And you could tell he stood right up, and he stumbled a little bit, stood right up and walked right towards the dugout. The St. Louis crowd was clapping. I mean, that was nice. That was nice to see that. You saw the blood was coming down from the nose. I mean, that was horrible. That looked horrible. I think we all thought maybe he'd be out for a little bit, no question. And he was taken to the hospital, and he posts this video on his Instagram saying, all came back good. He said it felt wonderful, and we all know it didn't. But man, I mean, this guy's a beast. And this guy's a beast, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he's just a machine. He just is a machine. We probably won't see him tomorrow, but hopefully Friday against the New York Mets. I mean, this guy, we are so lucky that Bryce Harper isn't seriously injured. I mean, it could have easily broken his nose. And even if it would have broken his nose, he probably would see him probably on Saturday or something. But luckily, we will be most likely seeing him tomorrow. We probably won't see him play today. But hopefully we will see him play tomorrow, against the New York Mets. I mean, hopefully you'll get to see him play tomorrow. But man, oh man, it's just that looks so painful. I mean, it was painful, right? I mean, lucky he didn't break his nose, at least, break a facial bone, right? I mean, that's a 97 mile per hour fastball coming right in your face. I mean, that is just the pain. That's just he said, everything came out good. So that really rattled me, and you could tell Bryce was rattled, right? I mean, he stood up with this, the look on his face, right? I mean, it just it was scary. It was just so scary. J.T. gets the night off, as I said. I mean, he needed it, right? I mean, he's been swinging a pretty hot bat. Did go hitless the night before, but the first game here collected 3 singles. Didi Gregorius getting his batting average up to 250, getting that double in the right center field gap. He could have probably went to third on that, but you don't want to risk it. You know he's been a little bit sore. But Andrew McCutcheon, I understand, like I said before, only 1 hit, but it was nice to see that RBI single, okay? Because going back to that inning, Didi Gregorius gets wailed on the very next pitch in the back, and Joe Girardi, they go on issue warnings, and Joe Girardi is incensed. He points out at the pitcher and says he does the arm motion like you're out of here, and the umpires throw him out. He is incensed. He's going like this, and he should be. I mean, and now our pitchers can't work inside the rest of the ball game. He has every right to be upset. I just do not like that, right? I mean, and Joe Girardi has a right to be upset. There's no question about that. He was not happy. He had every right to be. So his first ejection of the year for Joe Girardi. I mean, I love Joe Girardi. I mean, I love the fire that he brings to the table. I just love it. So that was a very, very eventful inning there. But Odubel Herrera, I mean, batting in a pretty crucial situation, a couple of ducks on the pond. And, just the first pitch at bat, I mean, not even close to the zone, he checks his swing, he went around. I mean, he did go around. He's just not a very smart baseball player, ladies and gentlemen. Then he swings and misses at the curve for strike 3. I just don't know. I really just don't know what to do. I still think he's getting a new rhythm a little bit. I think we'd have to be a little bit patient. But this is heads-up play. This is all in all heads-up play. I don't know. He's hard to watch sometimes because he has the weirdest approach to the game I think I've ever seen. It's just so all over the place. It's so sloppy. It's just hard to watch. It's just very, very hard to watch. Andrew Knapp getting that the first one of the ball game for the Phillies, going the other way. You love to see that. And Nick Maton, another hitless performance. Ever since the St. Louis trip, man, he's been slumping. And I understand we all knew he couldn't keep that up. His average now drops to 344. Take a look at Vince Velasquez. Start last night, 4 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, all 3 were earned, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. I mean, not terrible. I mean, we all know that's what Vince Velasquez is going to. I mean, he's not good. He's not good. He's not. So, I mean, if that's what Vince Velasquez is going to give you, you take it. You take it. So, I'm not even going to complain. I'm not. I mean, is that good? No, it's not. I mean, he can't go 5 innings, and people still think he can pitch out of the bullpen, even though he's had 100-plus pitches in 5 innings most of the time. Most of the time, he's had 100-plus pitches in 5 innings, and people still think he's out of the, can come out of the bullpen. Well, let me just say, most pitches, 100-plus pitches, and we're on 7, 8 innings, and hey, and they're gas. But you got 5 innings, you're just not locating if you're 100-plus pitches. You're just not locating pitches. Well, I rest my case. I've already said it enough, but he was all right. I mean, you have to see, the 5 strikeouts, not bad, 4 1/3. But it's just that's the best he could do. That's just the best he could do. But Brandon Kensher coming in. I mean, a nice inning in 2/3 last night. I mean, he needed that, right? I mean, he did the job there. No question about that. But Connor Brogdon, he's looked much, much better since that treacherous outing that he had against the San Francisco Giants last week. But Jose Alvarado just pitched in 3rd inning. He looked great. Sam Coonrad, man, oh man, I mean, he had that fantastic bottom of the 8th inning. But you see, he was going at it with the Cardinals bench a little bit. And they almost went back out again. He came back. He was walking that dugout, and then he almost went out again. And they had to hold him back. Brad Miller's holding him back. I mean, like crazy. I mean, it's just you don't know what was said, but man, oh man, that was just crazy. But Hector Neris, probably the best I've seen of Hector Neris this year, coming in about 9th inning. I mean, and just a nice, clean 1, 2, 3 inning, striking out a batter. And Neris earns his 5th save of the year. So great job at his Phillies team to fight back to 500. And we have Nola Day today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this victory. Let's get this victory. I really hope we can do it. We have to. We just have to. I really hope we can. I really hope we can. I mean, a 115 start today. Nola 2-1 with a 2.84 ERA going against Kim. He's 1-0 with a 4.15 ERA. No excuses. We have the ace on the mound. If we could get the series win, that would be huge. We're going to getting us a game over 500. We're now tied for first place. The Braves did win last night, so that means that we are now tied with the Atlanta Braves for first place. I see Anthony Rizzo struck out Freddie Freeman, and Freddie Freeman laughed about it, which is just so funny. I love Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman's just awesome. Take a look at the divisional scores. Speaking of that, so great victory for the Phillies, but you're going to look at the New York Mets. They lose 1-0 to the Red Sox. You love to see it. Francisco Lindor is a joke, ladies and gentlemen. He is officially a joke. As my assistant principal said to me this morning, I walked into school. He's a diehard Mets fan. He said, "Luke, Francisco Lindor is a joke," and I definitely agree with you on that. If you're watching this video, I mean, it's just like he's such a joke. Like they pay him all this money. And he's just been a disaster. You saw how long it took when his first home run. I mean, it's just like he's so bad. And this Mets team is just. I mean, we're no better really, because you know what, Bryce Harper. I mean, you're gonna compare Bryce Harper to Francisco Lindor. Bryce Harper's been way better, but this Phillies team has been so inconsistent like the Mets. So I'm not even gonna really. I mean, harp on the Mets too much with the laughing stock Mets talk, but. Because if we were in first place, I understand we're technically tied for first place. What I mean is, if we had a full ride in first place, we were 10 games over 500. I'd be laughing my head off right now at the New York Mets. But in reality, we're not much better. So I can't really knock them too much. The Washington Nationals win, unfortunately, 8-2 against the Toronto Blue Jays. Eric Fetty looked very, very good tonight for Washington. The Braves, I mean, they're just blowing out guys, right? I mean, they blow out the Cubs 10-0. Just an absolute astounding defeat there down in Atlanta. And I don't know if you heard what I said before, but Anthony Rizzo on the mound struck out Freddie Freeman. You just love to see that. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section. At Phillies has of Instagram, TikTok, for next Instagram. Call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, philliessoundstove@gmail.com. I fully expect to win today. We have the ace on the mound. There's no excuses. And if we can get this, this victory, it would have, it does sting a little bit, because if we could have won that first game out in Colorado, we would have won the series there, and we go to St. Louis and, at least split. And even if we went tomorrow, I mean, that would be a great road trip. We could have won the series in Colorado and won the series in St. Louis. Or at least if we just won the series in Colorado and split the series in St. Louis. I mean, losing that game, that first game of that, that Colorado 3-game series, ladies and gentlemen, it was so crucial. I mean, it's just like it's having a big impact on us, right? I mean, it really, really is. I mean, that's why you have to win games like that. You have to win games like that. There's no excuses. There's no excuses, ladies and gentlemen. You got to win games like that. So the Phillies have to do better, but they have a chance to win the series. 115 tomorrow, the first pitch. Aaron Nola going against Kim. Let's get this victory, guys. Thanks for watching. I am Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phillies. I'll see you.